And I'm happy to have on the phone line here with me this morning State Senator Tim Sheldon. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, Jeff.
How are you doing?
Just fine.
Thanks for checking in with me this morning and weekly here as the session goes on. What are some of the things that you've been working on this past week that we can talk about?
Well, the big issue in the Senate is palace politics.
Yeah, I am hearing there are some folks maybe making their way over to the District of Columbia.
That's right. So Brian Dansel, senator from Republic up in the 7th District, 5 counties up there, he went back for the inauguration, and he's going to stay.
Wow.
He got offered a job with the Department of Agriculture, and, of course, that the U.S. Forest Service is part of the Department of Agriculture, and so knowing someone there in a high-ranking position for just us locally was going to be a good thing.
Yeah.
So Brian's a great guy, young fella, and he'll do a wonderful job. So we've got to now that makes it our the palace politics here. That's instead of 25-24 majority for our coalition caucus, it is 24-24.
Whoa!
Until a new member is selected. So that's the issue of the day. The minority party says, well, now we're in a tie, so we get co-chairs on the committees, and we want equal representation on what bills come out and what passes, and so there's lots of intrigue going on. But the process to find a new member from the 7th District is, because there are 5 different counties, all those precinct committee officers must meet, and they have to put together a list of 3 Republicans. Of course, Brian Dansel's a Republican. It's a very conservative area. So they'll put together a list of 3. Then the 5 county commissioners have to meet to select. So you've got 3 county commissioners in 5 counties. You've got a group of 15.
Wow.
That has to come together from a large geographic area. And they've got to select, and then whoever they select will be sworn in right away and take office. But Jeff, that's depending on weather too. They've had some, a tough winter over in eastern Washington.
Yeah.
So we might be a week out, or it may happen sooner, hopefully. But that's going to balance. And then the second member that went back for the inauguration. Doug Erickson, excuse me, I was trying to think of it, from the 42nd District up in Whatcom County.
Mm-hmm.
He's chair of the Energy, Environment, and Telecom Committee that I serve on. I'm the vice chair. He is back there now and is working, temporarily anyway, with EPA on their transition, Environmental Protection Agency, on the transition. And as soon as the confirmation is made for the cabinet appointment, I think Senator Erickson will get a job. So he is back in D.C., and he's trying to come back to vote and then go back to D.C., and that's going to be a tough commute. So I used to go from Olympia to Mason County to vote in the commission. Sometimes that was a stretch. So
yeah.
3,000-mile stretch is going to be tough. So, but to get to the point I was going to make, the committee, I was vice chair. Now I'll be chairing that committee. But both Senator Dansel, who has resigned, and Senator Erickson, who is absent, are on that committee.
Oh, wow.
So I'll chair it, but I won't have a majority of the members, so it'll be interesting. And I get along well with the other members, so we'll see.
It's going to be an interesting couple of weeks.
We got to roll on and, hear bills, so it could be a little while till all the intrigue settles down.
Next week, I believe that you're in the Transportation Committee, and you're scheduled to hear a little bit about adding perhaps seat belts to school buses. What do you think about that?
Yes. Well, it's an interesting topic. We've had that around for quite a while. We had a bill in the Senate, which we did hear the other day, and there was a little bit of interest in what the cost would be and the statistics for safety. The retrofits of existing school buses would be would be expensive. I think they said about $7,500 per bus. That seems high to me.
Yeah.
But I'm sure there's very strict regulations on how it would have to be done, and then we would need a specification to carry forward on all the new buses that are purchased.
I get the safety. I get the safety aspect of you're buckled in like you are in cars and stuff, but then I feel like growing up I was always told that if, heaven forbid, something terrible happened and a bus rolls or something with kids in it, if they're stuck in their seatbelts, it may make it even harder for them to get out. Is that some of the stuff they're talking about?
Yes, and kids in school buses are probably as safe as anybody in transportation today.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of safety considerations that go into that. So, to take a real look at it, we just had a short hearing on it. We'll come back to that issue, and I think they have a bill in the House as well. So we're waiting on some information from the Traffic Safety Commission and State Patrol and others, too.
All right. Well, anything else that you'd like to pass along to your constituents this morning?
Well, I think we're working on our school funding issue. That's going to be the nameplate issue, the trademark issue of this legislature.
Sure will.
Our coalition has a proposal, and we hope to get that out. I think it's a very comprehensive proposal. Some people want to start piecemealing this issue and come up with some pieces of legislation. I'd rather see it in one bill. So hopefully we get another member or two here to bolster the ranks, and we'll get this out on the floor and passed, and then people can really comment, and they'll know what at least one side has for a proposal, because the minority party hasn't rolled out anything comprehensive at all.
Are you more of a fan of one large piece of legislation that takes care of a lot of things, like you were just talking about,
Yes.
or to do it this step by this step by this step?
No, I think you need an omnibus bill.
Okay.
I think you need something. It's a very big issue. It involves the levies and accountability, teacher salaries, all that. I think if we could put it in one bill, you could get it on the internet and read it. It's a big subject, but I don't think people are can as easily understand it with multiple bills.
Right. Interesting. Yeah. All right. Well, State Senator Tim Sheldon here from the 35th District. Good to talk to you as always, and we'll talk next week at this time.
Jeff, have a great one. Thank you very much.
Thank you. You too.
Do you know you have access to the fastest internet in Washington State? Switch to iFiber Communications right now and take advantage of our special offers. Pay only $29.95 for 100 megabit high-speed internet, or get 3 months of internet absolutely free. That's right, $29.95 for 100 megabit speeds or 3 months of internet free. Shop, stream, and game like never before with iFiber Communications high-speed internet. Call 360-427-4000 or check us online at ifiber.tv. Subject to credit approval, valid on a 24-month contract.